Hello everyone, I'm your host, Boss Zombie. Welcome back to the Elder Scrolls Online. Let's talk to Andari.
Zira needs you in the den. Said she has something for you.
Did she say what?
Something about the bastard who forced Silverclaw from his own warehouse. Cash, I think. Some fancy pantalooned merchant lord who might be after the guild's old rackets.
I'll talk to Zira. Why couldn't I just spoke to her?
Zira's in the den. Don't keep her waiting.
What did we know about Kosh?
Haven't heard the name before Zira said it. Some new merchant lord trying to make a name, but don't they all? Used to be, the Thieves Guild knew every move the merchant lords made. Save times. Save times.
The Thieves Guild used to watch the Merchant Lords?
Like herons we did. Our old guildmaster was a master at keeping their attentions on each other. Made it easier to slip our heads into their pockets. Oh, Nicholas. The next 5 drinks are to your memory.
Who are the Merchant Lords?
Bunch of jumped up bandits, if you ask me. Claim to run the whole city because they buy from anyone. As if throwing gold at pirates made them lordly. Without a steady flow of plundered goods, they'd be nothing.
Okay. Boy, I move fast with this armor set.
There you are. Remember Velsa's friend, Silverclaw? He is quite grateful you recovered his ledger. Seems he kept his ears open for word of that merchant lord, Kosh.
What do the Thieves Guild care about Kosh?
If Kosh took over Silverclaw's warehouse, he's grabbing the rackets we used to control. And if he's after our old business, there's a good chance he's hungry for even more. Skooma trade, slavery, things we never touched.
What do you want me to do?
Before we give Kosh a swift kick to the coin purse, I want you to find out just how dirty his hands are. I sent the others ahead to do some groundwork. Start with walk softly. Look for him near the harbor.
Alright.
I sent Gwen to her own task, and Velsa too. Didn't even second guess me. She must be up to something.
The Thieves Guild never dealt with skooma or slaves?
When Nicholas was guildmaster, I convinced him to stop dealing with skooma peddlers. No matter my own thoughts on that poison, it's bad for business. And the Thieves Guild never dealt in slaves. One of the few things Velsa and I agree on.
What do we know about Kosh?
Not enough. Some of the merchant lords prefer to bide their time in obscurity, using trusted servants to handle their affairs. Then they reveal themselves, like a beetle in the pudding. Whatever Kosh intends, he's no longer keeping to the shadows.
I'm so fast! Look at me go! Oh yeah, we get to deal more with walk softly. Man, I'd like to meet the people who do just the load screen art. It's so beautiful. I mean, the base game stuff is good, but even starting with like Orsinium, all the art for the loading screen gets. It's just everything gets refined after the base game. They've come so far from just the initial designs of this game. Has changed so radically too. Oh, don't tell me that. Come on, Abba's Landing isn't a big traffic area when there's no event. Same with the Gold Coast. Not a lot of people there usually.
What do you want?
Let's see. Sorry, camel. This is the harbor. Where's Walk Softly? Oh, there you are. Enjoying... You seem to be eating a harpy egg? Or looking at a harpy egg?
You're right on time. What did our esteemed guildmaster tell you?
That you went ahead to do some groundwork?
Good, because I found something. The captain of the Dream Snake was always interested in making fast coin. She's sloppy, even for a pirate, which makes her a perfect target for Kosh. She and I have unpleasant history. Best I keep away from her.
Alright, what do you need me to do?
She's meeting a contact nearby. She's prone to boast. Why not find a quiet place to hear what she has to say? But the captain is a creature of habit. She used to keep documents secured in the Dream Snake. Try there, if you don't care to eavesdrop.
I'll see what I can find out.
Find what you can. After that, meet Quen near the harbor. She has her own task and will no doubt need your assistance.
You mentioned unpleasant history?
I once told the captain I was a wealthy Argonian prince seeking a fast ship to transport my riches. She let me inspect the smuggling compartments. And then I robbed her blind. She just has one eye patch, so... half blind. I left her the eye patch.
What are you holding?
Harpy egg. They're sickening. I'd never actually eat one, but they're garish enough to draw attention from me. People see the Argonian with disgusting harpy eggs, not the Argonian with amazing fashion sense.
You mentioned unpleasant history. Oh, we already investigated that. Where am I supposed to be going? Log or eavesdrop? Let's try eavesdropping, shall we?
Your people must have talked to this Kash. We were at sea.
Why reveal our skooma supplier to some merchant lord who wants a cut?
It doesn't matter. This Kash demanded I come along to Noshir Citadel.
The Iron Wheel's headquarters? How is he involved with... No, don't tell me. Best you meet him before the Iron Wheel sends soldiers after us both.
There's a lot of named NPCs in this area. Like there's not, it's more so there's not a lot of generic NPCs. Like worker or things. Uh-oh. Wow, how did I not take damage? Weird. Are you up, down, all around? Where are you? Hi! Up there?
Zira said I should wait for you when I was finished. Well, I'm finished.
What'd you find?
The flooded district, near where Velsa called home. The people who lived there had nowhere to go after the floods. One of the dockyard bosses offered them work, food, and a place to stay.
That doesn't sound like a problem.
That's what I told Zira. You know what she said? If Zolguk had an altruistic bone in his body, he'd cut it out and sell it. I'd already know what he was really up to, if Zira trusted me. But she wanted me to scout, and you to do the fun part.
What exactly did she want me to do?
Zolguk arranged a meeting with an Imperial client at a nearby inn. Might be worth a listen. Oh, the inn rents a room to Ventilius Proximus, the most Imperial name I've ever heard. Probably the client. The room's lock seemed inadequate.
Alright, I'll look into it. What then?
Find Velsa when you're done. She's meeting with Silverclaw at his shop. Did you know he had a shop? I wonder what he sells.
What's wrong?
It's nothing.
You can tell me.
I will, but later. Now isn't the time. I don't know why this matters. Zira is like an academy instructor, handing me busy work while the star pupil gets the plum assignments.
I'm a star pupil?
No, I didn't... What I meant to say was... Alright, I suppose I'm a bit jealous. All this comes far easier to you than it does me.
Not really, but we can talk about it later.
That's good to hear. See you later, partner.
I can lend you my armor set. I can probably get another one. They're not too hard to... None of that set's essentially too difficult to get.
What is it?
Only the finest merchandise.
You weren't supposed to tell anyone about our arrangement.
I need your volunteers for my experiments. I would never ruin things for my supplier.
Then how did this Kosh know of our business?
I have no idea. But if you can't deliver warm bodies, I'll find another supplier.
Then pray I return from Noshira Citadel. If Kosh is connected to the Iron Wheel, we're both doomed.
Well, that guy sounds evil. Not Kosh, the guy who wants bodies. Oh, he's up there. Wait, isn't he up here? Hello? Oh man. Ah, the bazaar. We'll be doing stuff here later, I think. I thought Silverclaw's shop was at the bazaar, but I guess not.
Ah! My larcenous friend! Quickly! We must speak!
I like your shop. Hey, some of this stuff is... Actually, it's from all over the place.
A most regrettable welcome, for I have such unfortunate tidings. What I soon reveal shall be quite distressing to hear. For this, I offer my gravest and most humble apology.
Shut up and tell me.
Ah, the look on your face is unmistakable. It says, if I may speak for your most resplendent face, peace, my exceptionally sleek mercantile friend. Take a series of deep, relaxing breaths so you may reveal the matter at hand. In, out. In, out.
Silverclaw, tell me what's going on.
Velsa left for Noshira Citadel. She made me promise upon our long and profitable friendship not to reveal this, but your vigorous interrogation left me no choice. I do not know why she travels to the headquarters of the Iron Wheel, but I fear for her safety.
What should I do?
Go after her, of course. But you are so striking. The Iron Wheel will know you don't belong. It is settled. You shall meet with the illustrious Perseus Locke at the Diamond Thimble. He shall help you obtain an appropriate disguise. Tell him I sent you.
Alright, I'll get moving.
Velsa assured me she would not venture beyond the outskirts of Noshira Citadel. Assured me! Oh my. With all certainty she is already captured.
Who is Perseus Locke?
A cherished friend. Though not always. Once, we were fierce rivals for the importation of fine silk. Yet, he proved the gracious victor and reimburses for any referral to this day. A cherished former rival in all truth, but quite magnanimous.
That's rare. Oh, so this guy I gotta go to the bazaar for. The diamond thimble. That doesn't even make sense. Where are you? I'm not casting anything. Stop that. Oh, these... Okay, why is it they were able to put mannequins here and they still haven't implemented any way that you can have them in your house or something? Oh, wait, this is Perseus. I forgot. He shows up later, too, in other side quests. Like in other DLCs. That dress just lose textures while I was...
Hold still. Your attire is... That isn't a bloodstain, is it?
Silverclaw said you can provide me with a disguise.
Oh, did he now? Something striking, so you stand out at the next Merchant Lord's soiree. Or a ridiculous crenellated affair that leaves you the talk of the brothel?
I need to get into No Shira Citadel.
Well, if you wanted a burial suit, the Iron Wheel charges far less than I. Though perhaps... Yes. A servant's outfit will let you go hither and yon, at least above ground. And if it's one of my creations, the cloth will breathe. But it shall cost you.
What if I don't want to pay?
Well, then I'd assume you're from Abba's Landing. But I know of a certain individual who has yet to pay the bill for just such an outfit. If you happen to reacquire it on my behalf, I would consider it your property, paid in kind.
I'll think about it.
I'd prefer you deprived my shirker of his outfit, but if you're averse to saving coin, I will sell you one directly. Be warned, the disguise won't do you any good within the Iron Wheel's headquarters.
Why not?
Paranoia, of course. No servants are allowed inside. From what I hear, the Iron Wheel takes care of all chores within their headquarters. Anyone who isn't Iron Wheel or escorted by them is attacked on sight. A truly noble organization.
Couldn't you make me an Iron Wheel uniform?
I am physically capable of doing so, but it will never happen. I'd rather not end up in a prison cell. And a uniform alone won't serve as a disguise. They have too many signals and mannerisms. Why, you'd be spotted in an instant.
Oh, so I can't just buy it from him. Well... How far is this person I need to steal from? Isn't that right back next to Silverclaw? What? Oh no, this is somewhere else. Sailor's Rest. What do you mean detected? Oh, that's how I'm detected. Broke a pick. Well, I don't see anyone, so I'll just help myself. Oh, I guess Gluring is the guy who's shirking his responsibilities? Who is riding? Oh man, but no, Shira Citadel is like on the other side of the map from here. Oh, we get to explore more of Abba's Landing though, that's nice. Monkey? That's a bit laggy. I'm pressing buttons and they're not happening until a second or two later. There we go. A little better. Abba's Landing is one of my favorite places just to go out and like not even explore, just do stuff and go collect materials and things like that. It's just a fun layout. And there's some parts that aren't great, like the swampy bits, but what can you do?
The Jutto should never have attacked Haven. They got what they deserved.
What? The who? The what? What did he say about Haven?
So, you got Silverclaw to spill a secret. At best, a minor accomplishment. He didn't send you to that powdered hornbill, did he? Buy a special uniform to fit in?
Why do you ask?
You do know he gets referral for everyone he sends to that flax peddler? Even when he thinks my life is in danger, Silverclaw still works the angles. You bumpkin.
Before, you told me you always know what I was getting into.
Yes, I did. You're not supposed to throw my words back at me. Reminds me of Nicholas.
What are you doing here?
I don't care if you are her protege.
I'm not going to do Zira's scut work. I slipped a truth serum to Silverclaw's former overseer. I learned that Kosh blackmails assorted scum and draws them to Noshira Citadel for a meeting. So let's find out why.
Alright, what do we know about him?
It seems Kosh contacts little fish from a position of power, threatens exposure, and bends them to his will. Elegant. What I'd do. But his connection to the Iron Wheel isn't clear. That troubles me.
What should we do about it?
We? Now that Zira's protege is here, poor old Velsa can rest her weary bones. Find a way into the Iron Wheel's headquarters and learn how they're connected to Kosh. Oh, and blackmail needs documents. Be sure to swipe them.
You want me to break into the headquarters?
Zira tells me you're a thief. Go break into a place you shouldn't be. Take something valuable and leave before they notice. I did hear something about a passphrase for a service door. Look around, use your brain. I won't spoon feed you.
Thanks for the advice.
When you find what you need, get out and head back to the den. Don't get caught, and if you do, bite off your tongue before their torture forces you to shriek my name. You'll be fine.
What task did Zira give you?
Nothing worth my time. And everything led here, didn't it? If we leave, we miss this opportunity to learn Kosh's plans.
Do I need to put on the disguise? Wow, that's a hell of a servant's outfit. Of course, there's the one with the torch. I'm not in combat. Oh, I hate when it does this. None of you have a torch. Alright, so don't get in the traps. Oh, is it in that tent? Ah, they're setting traps as I go around. That's fine. No one sees me. Stop that. I just need to keep my eye on the ground for those tripwire traps. Whoa! Did not see that guy there. It's in the tent. Damn. Well, okay. Oh, pass free. The area's all the way over there. Fuck. Do I have to go up? I do have to go up. Well, that didn't last long at all. Do I know the passphrase? Or is it going to be a case of I have to figure it out? Oh, dear. A ring of iron around them. We burn our truth upon their canvas. The wheel turns ever onward. Below me? Oh.
What is the fate of the lawbreaker?
Okay, the fate of the lawbreaker. A ring of iron around. I guess it's the same order, right?
What is the fate of the lawbreaker?
We a ring of iron around them.
What is the fate of the unrepentant?
We burn our truth upon their canvas.
What of those who would deny their fate? Enter and find peace within.
Why does it sound like a Bosmer speaking? Ironmill headquarters. Though the above-ground works of Noshira Citadel are largely in ruins, the corridors beneath are in much better repair, and the Ironmill has adopted them to their own purposes. That really sounded like a boss man.
I thought my shift would never end. Wait, who are you?
You are a boss man.
Don't hurt me! I'm not even an officer! Please, I'm no threat to you. I simply watch the door. 6 days before I take my pension. I want no trouble, you see.
Stay calm. I'm not here to kill you.
Thank the gods. You will have no trouble from me. You were never here, and I never saw you.
I can't have you warning the Iron Wheel.
I have a sleeping draft. One sip helps me through the nights. The whole bottle will knock me out for hours. You'll be long gone.
They should drink the whole bottle. I hope you're okay just sleeping there.
This is your only chance to consider my proposal. Work for me, or else.
Or else what?
Or I hand these documents to the Iron Wheel. They do so frown on slavery and skooma peddling. Take a moment to consider your options. Well?
What choice do we have? Vrem.
Good. Then I shall make your documents disappear. What? My papers were here. Did they fall behind the... I'll attend to that after my meeting with Chief Inspector Ron Beek. Do remember who holds your reins.
This is neat. I'm like a rat in the walls, observing everything. Never mind, there are people here. I don't have to actually fight, do I? Oh no, I can go around. Why fight when you can sneak? Someone seeing me somehow? No. Ooh.
I can locate Magnifica Falora's dowry. I can return it to you within the fortnight.
And what is your interest in the matter? Exactly.
The Iron Wheel must leave Hughes Bane. He is simply bad for business.
If you recover Magnifica Falora's dowry, I can guarantee our return to Tanith.
There is another minor request. Hardly a trifle. Perhaps we can discuss it over drinks?
I do not drink.
Then I shall take your share. Come, an office is no place to do business.
I wonder if he was just looking at me. It almost looked like he was. Okay. Oh. Well, this place is a map, at least. Ouch. Okay, I guess we're fighting. Oh, I don't have my thing active. Wait, what? I should have that. I should have my... Wow, I haven't had to do combat a lot this whole time, so I completely forgot about it. Whoops, that's not the way to go. Inventory, this one. Oh, wow, what's that walking animation? What the hell was that? What was the clicky noise? Whoops, daisies. I hide. Is that a person? No, it's just like a giant vase over there. Oh no, it's like a statue. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a statue outside of here. There's a couple of them. Oh, cool. I even was thinking, look, there's a skeleton on the floor. How interesting. Well, this one. Well, how are you supposed to sneak past it? You just jump? That not supposed to spits me on the outside of the walls, does it? I bet it doesn't. Where? Oh, good. I'm up here. In the middle of the citadel. Oh, wait. Actually, I can just go like this. Oh, I gotta actually go back to the Thieves' Den. Boop. You know, Hugh's Bane is short enough, small enough. It might honestly be faster just to travel by mount than to use the shrines. I mean, especially considering the load times are kind of all over the place. This way. It's a little surprising to me that no one has come to look at this, like, fancy stained glass dome building. But what do I know? Zanil Theron. Theran? Zanil? What amenities? I've never even looked. There's the fence. I guess the typical den stuff. What?
You see, Zero? Your protege
Everyone.
returns having
Clear the
survived the
room.
invulnerable Iron Wheel. You should have more faith.
Velsa told me you went into the Iron Wheel's headquarters by yourself. What in oblivion were you thinking?
Excuse me?
We're not ready to go anywhere near the Iron Wheel. I won't have anyone else die because of a choice. Listen, I'm barely holding this together. No offense to Quen, but you're the best recruit we have. I can't lose you to a feud with Velsa.
Don't blame Valsa. It was my choice to infiltrate. No, don't scare me.
You're right. You weren't around when they pulled our friends from their homes. They don't have the same kind of hold on you. Good to know. So tell me, when you explored their headquarters, fearlessly explored, did you find anything we can use?
Kosh met with the Iron Wheel. He promised to recover Magnifica Flora's dowry.
Impossible. It's still in Magnifica Flora's family tomb. The dowry heist failed. Nicholas and the others died before we reached the treasure vaults.
Chief Inspector Ranbeek said if Kosh recovered the dowry, the Iron Wheel would return to Tanith.
No, the Iron Wheel was here to punish us for attempting the heist. But if that's what you heard, were they really searching for the dowry all along? Why come after us with such ferocity? What else did you learn?
Kosh was blackmailing the people you sent us to investigate. I stole this from him.
Let me see. This is comprehensive. Elaborate details on merchant lords in Abbas Landing, as well as rivals throughout the region. Maps to stolen goods we could recover for ourselves.
What now?
I'll go through what you recovered, see if it offers a clue to Kosh's plans, or anything involving the missing dowry. I need to make sense of all this. Get some rest. I'll need you ready when we make our move. And good job.
Thanks.
I keep thinking about what you found. If someone stole Magnifica Felora's dowry, it wasn't the Thieves Guild. But we certainly took the fall for it.
After what I learned at Iron Wheel headquarters, I have questions.
What about?
You said the heist failed, but Chief Inspector Ranbeek said it's missing. Who else knew about the heist?
Nicholas told Belsa he was planning a heist, but she retired before he shared the details. I'm the only one who knew. Someone must have followed us to the tomb.
What is Kosh planning?
The merchant lords see the Iron Wheel as an occupying force. They fear Tanith wants to conquer Abbas Landing. If Kosh convinces Chief Inspector Ranbeek to leave, he'll have immense influence. It must be his plan.
Why do I have to keep going back to... It's really bizarre.
This way. Zira's looking for you. Didn't seem too happy. Nothing you did. She's just stiffer than normal. And that's saying something.
Did she say why?
You know of our botched raid on Magnifica Felora's tomb. But the Iron Wheel is here to recover her missing dowry. So, if we didn't take it, who did? Zira wants answers. She's in the den. Go on now.
Okay.
You know where to find Zira. Always staring at papers in the den she is.
What do you know about the heist?
I know Zira doesn't like to talk about it. Lost the best of the guild to that follow. Nicholas thought he could steal Magnifica Felora's dowry from her family tomb.
What happened?
Nicholas was wrong. Everyone died but Zira. For a guild master, he should have known better than to bet everything on a single heist. Best you don't repeat that to Zira.
I don't understand why the Iron Wheel thinks we stole it.
Someone pinned the blame on the guild. Used to think the Iron Wheel wanted revenge for us trespassing in Magnifica Felora's family tomb. But Chief Inspector Ranbeek is after the missing dowry. You heard it yourself. No idea who really took it. No idea why.
Why is the Iron Wheel so concerned about a dowry?
You think I know a lick about dowries? You trying to flirt me? A dowry is like a bar tab. It's the promise of available drinks, not the drinks themselves. But if there was no tab, why would anyone go to that bar, you see? Good. That's one of us.
I kind of lost her at the end of that analogy. I am so fast.
Back to the tomb? Your plan is to relive the guild's greatest failure?
My plan is to get the Iron Wheel's boot off our necks.
Other thoughts? Anyone? No?
Good, you're here. I want to learn whether Magnifica Felora's dowry was truly stolen from her family tomb. If it was, we find out who did. And if it wasn't, we complete the heist that Nicholas began. What's she gonna do? Send a second Iron Wheel?
How will we do that?
We return to Aldenobia Tomb, bypass the deadliest traps I've ever encountered, and then scour the treasure vaults for anything we can find.
Okay, when do we leave?
I appreciate the confidence, but too many good people died there the first time. We do this right, or we don't do it at all.
Alright, I'm listening.
Perseus Loke can give us an edge. He's one of the few living people to set foot in Magnifica Felora's family tomb. Take Quen and collect him from his shop. Meet the rest of us on the road to Tanith by Prince's Gate.
Can he be trusted?
I guarantee Perseus Loke is no friend of the Iron Wheel. He's expecting you at the Diamond Thimble. And he'll be insufferable if you keep him waiting.
What can you tell me about the heist?
Nicholas thought his plan to steal the dowry was almost flawless. But almost won't bring our friends back. He didn't have the right people for the job, but I do.
How did the heist fail?
Nicholas knew of the dangers within, but not everything. There was a trap. I didn't understand how it worked. Not until it was too late. But this time, I know how it works, and I'll need you by my side to defeat it.
Why isn't Perseus Locke a friend of the Iron Wheel?
Perseus Loke once served Magnifica Flora. When she wore the clothes he designed, she was the envy of Tanith's society. But there was a scandal, and he fled here, beyond Tanith's reach. I don't know exactly what happened, but I do know he blames her.
What do you know of Magnifica Flora?
She's the heir to the Aldenobia bloodline. Her eldest sister, Zarifa, wed King Faharjad. After Zarifa's death, Flora and the king grew close. But not close. They call her the Jewel of Tanith. Beautiful, cold, and hard as a diamond.
Okay.
Off to find Perseus Loke. Meet you there, partner.
Everyone else, pack for a long journey. I'll bring us home safe and sound.
More promises you can't keep.
Walks, you have anything to add to this conversation? I guess not. Doesn't something happen to Perseus here? Like, I have to follow dye? Like, this spilled dye or something? Something. I swear something happens here. Oh wait, no, I can go down, right?
What is it?
Yeah. Maybe I gained the bounty from the Iron Wheel in that first mission because I didn't put the skull back? I'm just trying to think of why I haven't had... Oh.
Bit of a mess here. Maybe the clerk can tell us what happened.
This one shall lodge a formal complaint. What right has the Iron Wheel to march in here and smash our merchandise? Thugs. Thugs and hooligans!
Where can we find Perseus Locke?
That's exactly what the Iron Wheel said. But much louder and with the shaking of fists. When they bellowed his name, I heard a loud crash upstairs.
What happened?
A distraction, of course. The Iron Wheel rushed upstairs as he slipped down through some loose floorboards. But he landed feet first in a tub of bright dye. Covered his boots to the brim.
He's leaving a trail of bright dye through Abbo's Landing?
That's also what the Iron Wheel said. Most of them gave chase. The rest tossed the room upon the floor and then gave chase. If you find him before they do, tell him Mamea deserves a raise.
Noted.
You follow Loke's trail on the street. I'll see if I can spot him from the rooftops. Hurry!
And we couldn't stop laughing.
Alright. It's a little hard to see in the day.
Hurry! The
What do
Iron
you
Wheel
want?
are on his trail.
It's really hard to see it.
Help someone in need.
Wow, he jumped off of here, huh? my god, we're going all around Hughes Bane. Or Buzz Landing. Oh, there's a timer to this. I did not see that. It's easier to see from Camelback. You seem to be looking green. Wow, you are just covered in dye.
Ah, a friendly face. Good of you to join me on my unexpected jog. And I agree, this isn't my color.
Why did they come for you?
They must know of my previous involvement with your guild, though I can't begin to fathom how. Your former guildmaster, Nicholas, was it? He was the soul of discretion.
We should get moving. We are heading to Al Denabia Tomb.
And I am prepared to give Abar's Landing a wide berth. I'd prefer to avoid the Iron Wheel, at least for the time being. Zira mentioned a rendezvous by Prince's Gate, was it? I'd feel safer were someone to escort me there.
Gwen can get you there safely. If she's here.
Perseus Loke? I'll get you to Prince's Gate, safe and sound.
Would you happen to have a spare set of boots?
I don't think mine will fit you. Come along, we'll work something out.
Ooh, we get to go into the old ruins. How do you get there again? It's like you get to go up on a cliff. Should be following the path, but it's a little tough to see. That's the place. Where's, Hey! I have that same camel. Oh, that's really cool. I've always wondered that, is why don't they use the more unique looking mounts more often? Like, just as decorations for the world? Oh, you got cleaned up fast.
No better way to test your sartorial skills than to ride a camel while severely overdressed. If the chafing is less than excruciating, you're a true master.
How did you manage to remove the dye from your clothes?
I carry a special potion for emergency situations. There are benefits to creating outfits for a certain Mages Guild artificer.
Isn't there only one? Were you inside? When were you inside El Denabia Tomb?
Oh, a lifetime ago. I don't speak of this matter, but you did save my life. I once served Magnifica Flora. I confess she became infatuated, but I could not possibly return her feelings.
Were you in love with someone else?
No, and there never will be. Needle, thread, and bolts of cloth are more fulfilling than time spent with any person. But Flora was young. During a family inspection of Al Denabia Tomb, she brought me along, hoping to impress me with her family's wealth.
What happened?
I was not allowed inside, but she led me through a side passage. She brought me to a large, frightfully dark chamber. I could feel it breathing. It terrified me. I'm not ashamed to admit I fled out the front door, in full view of her mother.
That doesn't sound good.
There was a scandal. The Al Denabia bloodline has always had great influence in Tanith, and I soon found myself banished. Not once did Flora speak on my behalf. I understood, of course. She was young and feared her mother, as most nobles do.
Did you forgive her?
No. She quite literally ruined my life's work. Had every one of the outfits I'd crafted for her burned in effigy. So, I am happy to share what I know of Al Denabia Tomb, as I did with your Nicholas.
Okay, backstory.
Everyone's accounted for. Did you have any trouble?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Then we leave for the Kingdom of Tanith. The route is tricky and will be considered bandits if we're caught. But Getting to the tomb isn't what worries me. If anything happens, well, it won't, because I can count on you.
Oh wait, we actually go to Tanith? I don't remember that. Before we go, I have some questions about the tomb.
What about it?
What can we expect to find?
Devious traps, vicious guardians, and likely, at the end of it all, a vault full of dust. At least we won't have to worry about the Iron Wheel.
What do you think about going
I'd rather
back?
sit in the den with a bottle of wine and drink until Andari says I've had too much. But I'm in charge, so it doesn't matter what I think. It matters that we go.
Well, okay, I'm ready. The family tomb of a Redguard noble house is a place to be honored and defended. They are often located off in the Hammerfell wilderness, far from well-traveled roads. Altanabia. Wait. Why is... You're not... Okay.
If I may, there is an alternate path inside the tomb. It is likely full of traps, guardians, and prodigious quantities of dust.
Eh?
The last time I was here, the Iron Wheel wasn't camped in front of the tomb. Perfect.
What should we do?
Scout ahead and find us a way inside. Clear the way if you care to. The Iron Wheel can't exactly call for reinforcements. You could also sneak past them. We'll track your progress and follow in your footsteps.
Is there another way inside?
That's why we brought Perseus Loke. He said something about a side entrance. Speak with him before you go.
Alright, I'll get us inside.
If I may,
If I may.
alternate path inside the tomb. It is likely full of traps, guardians, and prodigious quantities of dust. A small price to avoid the Iron Wheel.
How do we get there?
Head to the tomb entrance. Keep watch to the side of the path, the right side. You should notice an old trail leading to a sealed entrance. Simply clear the way, and I shall join you to open the door.
Can you lead me through?
Oh my, no. The things inside would most certainly kill me. I do know the trick to the door's hidden latch. The rest, I'm certain you can handle yourself.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna try to sneak. Oh, she's setting up a trap over there. Cool. I suppose I can climb on this rock, can I? Nope. Whoa! You're not supposed to be coming this way. That's fine. I'm just gonna... Dooby-dooby-dooby-dooby-doo. Are you setting a trap too over there? Oops, 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 oops. Can't go that way. Come on. Back. Why did that explode? It's a weird one. Okay, set another trap over there. It's fine. What kind of weird proximity explosion pots are those? Ooh, nice urn. Wait, is that a trap? No, they're just nice fancy urns. Wait. This is not the way in? Why did... Okay. It seemed like I went the wrong way at first.
Ask
How are we
Zira.
supposed to get
She knows
through?
how to do everything in this place. Unless it's stealing a dowry.
No idea. Last time, Nicholas had me watch the passage behind us. There must be something in his journal.
Anything useful?
Nicholas loved his puzzles. You're welcome to try.
Okay. Faded. Akisu the Blade. Mulis the Serpent. Puntru the Scholar. Nishka the Symbol of Pride. We got a blade. A serpent. Scholar. Blade, serpent, scholar, pride. What are our symbols on these? I'm guessing that's the scholar. So there's no pride. Oh, what is this? And so each of the super facing each other in the calm of the night as their bodies, their armies, and defeat the flame of north, south. Oh, okay, so Akisu... Tanaska stood to the north, Akisu and Bulis. Surrounded by. Huh. Okay, so Akisu and Bulis to the north, and the other one's to the south. Which one's north? This is north. Which was Akisu? Blade. Right, it was Akisu and Bulis to the north. Yeah. Oh, maybe that's the scholar? I don't know. So it should be a blade, which I assume that is, and a serpent, which is not here. Unless there's 4 per thing. No, there's only 3. Akisu the Blade. Release the Serpent. Oh, that's the dude who has to go on this side then. This guy is this one. Are they backwards then? Let me read that again. Senator advisors. Oh, flames. 1, 2. What? So, what? The flames flickered and burned out all of them, casting a soft golden hue on the battlefield. Puntru. So Scholar left, Pride right, I guess? And then Blade is 2. So snake then blade? Did I just like have it backwards? I did. Ooh, I like the golden relief.
Well done. Come on, let's go.
It's probably safe. Don't we have to fight an Aegis in here? Like a guard? That's a poisonous trap. Boy, it's almost like this guy was cut in half. Oh, that's a nice little version of that statue.
The journal says this chasm is called Shinji's Truth. Last time we never made it across.
I can't see the bottom.
There's a gargoyle.
Is there a bottom?
Throw yourself in. We'll see how long before we hear the splat.
Quen, walk softly. Look for hidden doors or switches. Belsa, you're with me. I need your help to walk Maluk's path.
And what of your protege?
Watching my back, should anyone try to stab it. Let's go.
Just looking for traps. Like that one. Oh, it's like dark and golden in here. Oh, it's like really dark in here.
Forgive me, my old friends.
What did you say?
Nothing. Belsa, do you see that panel? Put your hand on it until I say otherwise.
For what reason?
When I set foot on Maluk's path, an aura of light will surround me. The darkness cannot harm us as long as you touch the panel.
So, what can harm you?
We could fall to our deaths, or the creatures within could devour us.
Well then, enjoy yourselves.
Belsa knows what to do, but we should speak before we cross.
Should we?
On the other side of Maluk's path is Tall Papa's Ewer, a very fancy name for a big vase. According to the journal, we'll need sacred ashes from inside the vase to reach the treasure vaults. So, this is it. We should get going.
What's wrong?
This is where they died. Edda, Dalder, and Nicholas. Swallowed by the darkness. I'm sorry, I can't talk about this. No use reliving the past. Or regretting it.
I'm not setting foot into the darkness until you tell me what to expect.
That's fair. Talking about it might calm my nerves. The darkness is unnatural. Breathe it in and it sickens you. To make things worse, the Guardians on the path attack anyone not of Denobia's bloodline. And then there's the path itself.
What about the path?
It twists and turns. You don't know where you're going until you're out there. You'll see what I mean. Keep your wits about you. Stay with me inside the light and we'll make it through. I won't let anyone else die in here.
All right.
Here we go. Don't wander, or the darkness itself will flay you alive.
Ooh. Not too strong. Oh, they're really not strong.
Are you there yet?
We're still moving. Keep holding the panel.
More enemies, I bet. There they are. Oh, just one? parents be feared? Probably not. Oh.
Ida? Dalder? What happened to their bodies? And where is Nicholas? I could hear their screams as I held the switch. I had to do something. I couldn't... This is a dead end. Let's turn back.
It sounds like...
another way we missed. There's no end to the darkness.
Zira, my arm's getting tired.
Don't you dare release that panel!
Hello? Oh! That's a little bit bigger. Oh, I'm pressing the wrong button for fear anyways. No wonder. I forgot I changed it out for the other skill. Stop it. No loot for a gargoyle? What a ripoff.
Zira! One of the statues gave me a funny look!
Don't antagonize it.
How do you even make magic darkness like this? Oh, it got stuck. Oh, you can fear them. Okay. Are we safe yet?
We made it. That must be the vase. Sorry. Tall Papa's you... Wait. That lamp belonged to Nicholas. I watched it go out. I heard him die. Falora must have come here to investigate. She could have picked it up and brought it here. Nicholas...
Hey, this is a wood elf.
Could he? That lamp definitely belonged to Nicholas.
How can you be certain?
I procured it for him. I saw him drop the lamp. It hit the path and went out. And all I remember is darkness and pain.
Were you on the path? I thought you were holding the panel.
I just grab the ashes so we can leave. I don't want to spend any more time in this place.
Oh, 1 second. Just need to plug in something before it dies. Okay. Oh, I'll just take the whole thing with
Bring
me,
the
I guess.
ashes.
Oh no.
We should return to Quen and walk softly.
Is she okay on that side? Is Maluk a form of... Oh, it's a trap. Of, Malakath? I don't know, Moloch is. Or Mauloch.
Velsa, you can let go of the panel.
I know what you did.
What?
I know how they died. How you killed them.
That's low, Velsa. Even for you.
Always had to be the hero. Be the Guildmaster's darling.
You're cracked. I didn't need anyone's approval.
You held the panel. From here you saw the creatures closing in. You thought you could save them. Only you! So you released the panel. Grabbed your weapon. Rushed out to meet them.
I could have saved them.
Because in your head, you are the hero. But the light faded. The darkness rushed in and ate them alive!
I tried to reach them.
And the darkness tried to eat you alive, so you had to recover from your wounds. That's why you didn't return to Abba's landing. At least not soon enough.
I crawled from the tomb. The darkness. You can't imagine the pain.
You were the only one who could have warned the Guild. Who could tell them the Iron Wheel was coming.
Elsa, stop.
Zero. You were never the hero. You were always a thief. Now, you're just a shadow.
Why are you making a racket over there? I'm trying to record and you're over there making dog sounds. What are you looking at? Funny dog, what are you doing?
Quen, it's a bad idea.
Words escape me. Someone tell me what I'm seeing.
We heard strange noises in the chasm. Stone grinding against stone. Quen, well...
I found this invisible bridge.
So you followed my advice and threw yourself into the chasm.
The ashes. Spread them on the bridge to see where it leads. And Quen, get back from there.
Wow. Fancy. Wait, you came to say hello? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I wonder if you're getting picked up by the microphone down there. Is that so? God, I hope that's getting picked up. Oh, right,
Clear the
gargoyle.
way. We'll be right behind you.
I don't suppose I can sneak past him. No, I sure can.
The door to the treasure vaults, just through this crypt.
Oh, yep, there's
Old
the thing I was
crypts
thinking
come
of.
with whatever that is?
Every tomb needs a guardian. And old Yokuden saying, wasn't it?
What?
Your introduction is formless and without grace. Recite Denobia's maxim.
That's alarming.
Felsa, Quen, walk softly. Stay back. If it's hostile, we'll handle it.
Will we?
Recite Denobia's maxim, or you shall be deemed trespassers.
It must be some kind of passphrase. If you have any ideas, now's the time to call them out.
You can't seriously expect us to.
Falora!
Yakuda!
Passphrase!
Gaiden Shinji!
Idiots.
Velsa, you aren't even trying.
Trespasser! Denobia's justice falls upon you!
Alright, Lakiad the Repentant. Oh, he is very not strong. I guess they must have scaled... They must have scaled enemies in this DLC with the assumption that you weren't being really set. Oh, right, he does that. I forgot that was a thing. Ow. Why are you making so much fuss? Oh, I see. What? What are you doing? You're just chatting up the storm down there on your own. Oh my god. I was not paying attention. Don't die, please. Don't you die. I got distracted by a small dog making a fuss. Whoops. Okay, I'm not... Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I'm trying. Can you hold on for 2 seconds?
That didn't go as planned.
You're right. I honestly thought it would kill us
I'm getting the
all.
hiccups from laughing.
Come on, let's see what's in the treasure vaults.
What? I think that got picked up on the microphone. Okay, let me go through the door so that thing doesn't respawn, and then... Okay. Do you need to go... What do you need? You need to go pee? Is that what's the problem? Okay, I'll take a short break for a second. Alright. Dog taken care of. And I found out if you quit out the game at this point, it starts you all the way back in Hughes Bane, as if you had never come to this place and had to do everything again. So that was cool.
That page, is it from the journal Nicholas kept? Tuwaka watches over you. The passphrase for the Crypt Guardian? I nearly had it.
Let me see that. Nicholas used half maps like this. Thin overlays placed atop existing maps. You line them up with common points of reference.
A headless skeleton?
What's wrong with that skeleton? Missing its head. Looks like it was hacked off. Must have been done by whoever stole the dowry. But why desecrate a skeleton?
Well, the dowry is empty.
Nicholas survived somehow. He came here and took Magnifica Felora's dowry for himself. I don't want to believe it, but that's how it seems. Unless I'm missing something. Am I missing something?
We found a page from his journal. It had the passphrase for the Crypt's guardian.
This is his handwriting. But it could have been taken from his journal by someone else. The skeleton must be Denobia herself. This is her tomb, after all. I don't see what it has to do with Nicholas, missing skull or not.
Alright, what are the half map? Velsa said Nicholas used those.
3 points on this sheet. Nicholas always used Abaz Landing and Noshira Citadel as a reference. If I line up those 2 points... Well now, the 3rd point is in Hughes Bane, out in the middle of nowhere.
If Nicholas did steal the dowry, why would he leave this here?
Trash he left behind? 3 dots on a page are meaningless unless you know the trick. The only people who did were dead on Maluk's path. Head to Hughes Bane. If Nicholas does have a hideout in the desert, it's time we crack it open.
Where will this spit me out? Where am I? Oh wait, is this the path that... Wait, no. Oh no, this is... Okay, that makes more sense. I was saying, is this the path that... What's his name wanted me to take? To sneak around everything? I can't help but notice they're all gone. That's strange. I have this. This is my camel, basically. The camel stares at you. Smart camel. Where is it? No, it is just out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, this is kind of near the spot I'd like to gather materials in. Actually, there's a couple spots, so... It's just very easy to make yourself a route to follow in this area, just picking up tons of stuff along the way. Oops, that's a lion. Desert retreat. Okay, I guess I'm going to be trespassing by going in here. Ooh. The mining documents are delivered to Lady Yelani Montaigne. Yelani Montaigne? Habalajad Palace is now leased solely to my holdings. It shall serve as a good base of operation for what is to come.
Papers. Signed by Kosh? What are those doing here?
Gee, I wonder. Is it not clear by now?
Nicholas had a disguise kit just like this one. In fact, this is his disguise kit. Ancient Yakutan coins, stamped with the likeness of Denobia. Those must be from the dowry.
Blood-filled crystal.
Look closely. There's a hollow crystal with... Is that blood inside? Whose blood? I know how Nicholas survived Maluk's path.
How?
The crystal must contain Aldenovia blood. Maluk's path would ignore you if you held it. You'd need a lamp to find your way through the darkness so you could grab a handful of ashes. From there, all you'd need is the Crypt Guardian's passphrase.
The Denobia coins were definitely from the tomb, and you said that the disguise kit belonged to Nicholas.
I've seen enough. Nicholas faked his death and stole the dowry. Now he's working with that merchant lord, Kosh. To think I mourned that bastard.
What are you gonna do?
Nicholas would have kept such a thing from the guild. The less they know, the less trouble they'll cause. But I'm going to tell the Thieves Guild. I want them to cause a world of trouble, and I want to lay it all on his doorstep. Let's go.
I'll meet you at the den. Isn't it, I believe that Kosh is Nicholas. How do I get out of here? Oh. What the hell was that? Something flying outside, but I've never heard a vehicle make that sound. Alright. Back to the landing. Zet's Displeasure. It's a good name. No way! So I've gotten a bounty one time so far in this quest line, right? Yeah. It would be nice if it continues that way. And maintains that in the Dark Brotherhood stuff, too.
No charge to have a look.
Bleh, I'm stuck. Bleh, I'm stuck.
I told the guild about Nicholas betraying us. Walked softly, took it in stride. Quen gave me a hug, and Elsa walked off without a word. All in all, better than expected.
And what's the next step for the Thieves Guild?
The Iron Wheel is a hurricane that blew into port and smashed everything in its path. Nicholas and Kosh are the ones who set it in motion. Now, we learn what they hold most dear. Then, we take it from them. Nicholas taught me how to be a thief. I knew him for over a decade. Trusted him. Not much else to say, is there?
I want to talk about what happened in the tomb.
What about?
Velsa blamed you for what happened in the path.
Velsa was right, and I don't say that lightly. I am responsible. Edda and Dalder died because of my mistake. Nicholas. I can only pray his death is far worse than what happened to the others.
Do you have any idea of what Nicholas planned?
No. He seemed a bit distant before we first went to Aldenobia Tomb. But it was also the biggest heist we'd ever pulled off. Nothing prepared me for this.
No, I want skills. Wait, what have I gotten? Chest, foot, hand, leg. Oh, I haven't been putting... Silly me. There, that's much better. And we are 4 for 6. Okay. Wow, there's not a lot in this zone. I forgot about that.
There you are.
I'll talk to
I've got
Andari
news
and we'll
for
begin the final stretch of this quest line in the next episode. So thanks for joining me. Come back, I'll have the next stuff up real soon, but until then, bye.